2, 1, 2, 3. Welcome back to Music with Ryan. Thank you for joining me. In this week's featured lesson, we're going to take a look at an original composition I've entitled Easy A Minor Melody. Now, I've classified this as a study piece over at the site. We have two arrangements for this tune. It has a format of AA-BA, and we're going to learn to play that A part in 3 different octaves. We're going to play a simple version in each octave, and then we're also going to play an intermediate version in each octave as well. So you're really going to get a good idea of how to take a simple melody in A minor and then embellish it using largely A minor or A natural minor scales and A pentatonic minor scales. All in all, to me, about 64 measures of music, all right? So a lot going on, but a really great piece, again, to learn to use those A minor natural scales all over the fretboard and how to move and transpose a melody in 3 different places on our fretboard. Now, if you want to access the full-length lesson, just click the link below. It will shoot you on my website. This lesson's going to come with over 45 minutes of video, downloadable PDF tab, and Guitar Pro 6 tab, plus 3 speeds of audio backing tracks with and without the lead, so you can work your speed up. And if you really like the way I teach and approach learning, learn about being a premier member at the site. For a monthly, quarterly, or yearly fee, you can access this lesson in over 400 videos at the site, plus all 3 of my courses, the Video Exchange program, and the Sound Slice software, which gives you the ability to slow down and loop certain sections of the playback. For now, we're going to start walking through the first few measures of Easy A Minor Melody, the first arrangement. We'll bring the camera on in, put the tabs on the screen. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. All right, let's go ahead and start breaking down here Easy A Minor Melody. We have 2 arrangements, and for this video clip, we're going to start walking through that first arrangement. And this is certainly the more beginning, bare bones melody here. And we're going to be drawing a lot of the ideas and the melody from the A natural minor scale and the A pentatonic, A minor pentatonic scale. So we're going to be using elements of both, but a lot of it's going to be, again, the natural minor. We'll be borrowing some notes here and there, but minor scale in there, okay? And we'll talk about that more as we get along here, especially in that second arrangement. I'll talk about kind of get more expressive and use some more scalier passages, if you will. But for now, we got those first 6 measures on the screen here, very basic, a lot of quarter notes in there. And let me play it for you, and then we'll break it down. So it's starts on beat 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Just a little bit there to the downbeat of measure 6. But you've got a lot of quarter notes in there. We've got a couple tied rhythms that we kind of need to talk about. But measure 1, there's that first marking there is a quarter note rest. So the melody is going to often start, and our phrases are going to often start on beat 2. Okay, so it's very common to start on the downbeat, but here we're going to start on, I guess, the offbeat, beat 2, and it's going to be on the first fret B string. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then open B, and then first fret. Back to the first fret B. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Now you see the line carrying over, the little arch carries over to the next measure, and you have a 1 in parentheses. So that means we're tying over to that note. As you see, there's no pick direction below it, so we're not going to play it. We're just going to hold it on through the downbeat of measure 2. And we're going to be seeing a lot of this tied rhythms as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. And then on beat 2, it's going to be second fret G, and then open B, then first fret B. So just kind of getting the timing will be the only tricky thing here. I mean, the melody itself, the notes are easy. There's a lot of quarter notes, but it's some of the timing we're going to have some tied rhythms to work through. But this one should be relatively easy. Let me play those first 2 measures. So 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the next little passage here, again, starting on, there's a quarter note rest on the downbeat. And then beat 2, we get to the 5th fret of the B string. And we'll slide on up to it. And it's, again, just 3 quarter notes in there. 5, 5, 6. I'm going to use my pinky to catch the 6th fret note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then the next measure has a 5, has a circle around it. And that just indicates a whole note. So we're going to hold it for 4 counts. When we play it slow, it's going to seem a little weird, but when we play up to speed, we're just creating space, right? We're not just going to fill it up with a bunch of notes. We'll do a little bit more of that in the second arrangement, but there's still going to be spots where we just hold the note for half or even 4 counts. Again, sometimes it's the notes you don't play, right? So we're doing that here. We just want a nice solid note, a whole note. Give it a little vibrato, if you will. Kind of shake it back and forth a little bit. Not overly aggressive, but just to help it sustain. Next measure, rest on the downbeat there. And then on beat 2, it's going to be 5, and then 5 again. Tied over this time, beat 4. But then on the upbeat, we're going to go to the 3rd fret B. Okay, so it's just tied over for a half a beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and. So you're going to pluck that 3rd fret note on the upstroke, okay? So let's play all 5 of those measures together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. We're going to see that again. We're going to see the same rhythms in the next part as well. You are new to the site of the lessons, and you can check out using the Sound Slice software. It gives you the ability to kind of slow down and loop the playback to help with some of these tricky measures, the syncopated stuff. It gets a little trickier as we go along, but that's what it's there for, is helping with that syncopated rhythms and whatnot. So I'll do that one more time. We'll move forward. Here's the first 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, and let's go on to the next 4 measures. They sound like this. Starting at measure 6. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay. So measure 6 is probably the most syncopated, right? But we're going to see it again. And as you notice, there's a lot of upstrokes in a row. If you look at the bottom, there's a lot of upstrokes. And it's going to start on the 5th fret B, and then it goes to the 3rd fret, tied for an 8th note, then another upstroke on the 3rd fret B, tied over for a beat and a half, a quarter note and an 8th note there, okay? So really, you know, a tricky little timing there, but it's 1 and 2 and 3, 4, and on the and of 4, 5th fret on the G. And the next measure, 4 quarter notes in a row here, 3rd fret B, 5th fret G, 4, back to 5, then down to 2. That's a whole note, right? 4 counts there. Oops, sorry. 3, 5, 4, 5, 2. And then the next measure, we're gonna repeat kind of this A part. The form is kind of A, B, A. It's kind of what we got going on here. And then this time we're gonna take that same melody and we're going to move it down a register or an octave, okay? And we're gonna play darn near everything the same, pretty much the same notes, pretty much the same rhythm, but just again, down an octave. And, you know, starting on is a quarter note rest on beat 1, and then beat 2, 3rd fret on the A, and then again, and then 2, 3 on the A. And that's going to tie over to measure 10 too. As you see, it ties over a quarter note into measure 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Now I was playing measure 10, not on the screen, but if you have your tab printed out, you can see that. Let me play those 4 again, okay? Measure 6, the tricky one. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Again, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, let me back up and play those first 9 measures. So it's kind of pretty much the whole A, the first half of the A, or the first A, I should say. And then it starts the second A part, I guess, in measure 9. So here we are, beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay. So yeah, there's the first 9 measures. Again, if you have access to the Soundslice software, use that to loop these tricky sections, and use the audio practice tracks too. Again, the melodies, you know, relatively simple. We just have a few spots that are pretty syncopated, and that's what really sets the whole melody up, and what gives it, you know, gives it its style here. So let me do that one more time, and we'll move on. All 9 measures there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, there it is. Let's move forward when you're ready.